credit where it's due, and it leads me to a more interesting point. What started that Kobe to Patrick Williams alley-oop play? It was Vooch diving out of bounds to keep a loose ball in play and tap it to his teammate Kobe White.
It's true. It did.
We've been talking about how not only Zach LaVine, but Vooch looks checked the F out this season.
It's a good shirt.
I watched Vooch dive out of bounds to keep a ball in play and keep a possession alive.
Yeah.
This team has played differently for the past couple games. Everyone has played differently for the past couple games.
What's the difference, Matt? What is the difference, Matthew Pack? Oh, we ain't saying. He's just saying. He ain't saying.
If you can get a big bag of jalapeno cheddar Cheetos.
Talk slow.
In a trade, I'll take it.
Damn. That's not where I thought he was going. Oh, wow.
Again, coming from someone who has defended the Zach LaVine max contract when it was signed.
It was the right to be defended.
There were a million reasons to do it.
Yes.
And no good reason to let him walk for nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is all Zach LaVine's fault, but I said to you in our episode on Wednesday when we were discussing whether or not it's in everyone's interest to sit Zach down until they find a trade for him. I don't know if it's on Zach or the majority of it is on Zach that this team had stopped playing for one another. But it was evident that this team had stopped playing for one another. Joke effort after joke effort, trash first quarter after trash first quarter, no one moving, standing around watching. These two games, Zach LaVine's not playing, and all of a sudden you see guys playing for each other. I mean, including guys who, a.k.a. Vooch, were also previously checked out.
Look, now checked in.
Putting effort into playing basketball.
I mean,
again, I'm not saying it's all Zach LaVine's fault, but I'm saying it is evident that this team has played differently these last couple games, and I can't convincingly tell myself or anyone else out there in Bulls Nation that Zach not playing is not related to it.
You can't argue with anything he just said. You just can't do it right now. And like I said in the pregame, Matt, them winning this game, not just winning, but how they looked in this game was going to go a long way into the conversations we were going to start having starting Monday, tune in, from Zach LaVine, about young Zach LaVine. Now it went from, because I'm like, he should play because you have to raise your trade value. Now Matt is like, I don't give a damn about his trade value. Just get this guy the hell out of here. That's the difference of what things have changed in the past two games, y'all. It's not that everybody doesn't agree that he needs to go, because we agree on that. What has changed is the value that you're getting back. Now they don't give a damn. Now Matt is just like, look, you got some dishwashing soap. You know what I mean? You got some shoelaces. You got some bubble yum. Toss me that. You can have this dude. Just get him the hell out of here and let's move forward. That is the difference of what has changed. I still think Zach needs to play because I want that trade value higher, dog. Honestly, he's been here too long for me to just walk away, with some squash.
It's true.
I need something more from him, dog. My point of this is, like I told you before, Billy controls the minutes. If Billy's is like, dude, you ain't cooking, you ain't doing it, come sit your ass next to me. Come pout. Really? You want to pout? Let me show you exactly what they said about you on a national NBA show.
Right, yeah.
Let me show you what they said about you. No, we not feeling that right there. You don't have a choice. You don't have a leg to stand on in this matter. No trade clause. They don't like your contract. And the reason they don't like it is because of how you're playing this year. Not how you played previously, but how you're playing this year. You have to get out there and raise your trade value. So even if you don't want to be here, you better act like you want to be here. And you better act like you that guy, or they will honestly do the Matt Peck and send your ass out of here for a couple of butter knives. They will get you gone for those kind of things. I want more from you, Zach. You deserve to have more things because you're a good basketball player. But my God, it is hard to argue with what this team has looked like in these past two games, Matt. These two games, it's just two damn games. But it's the best 2-game stretch of the season.
And that's why
it don't involve you.
It's almost insultingly obvious to the diehard Bulls fans like y'all who tune into our show and our content every day, every week, the noticeable difference in the way that the team is played.
Yeah.
It's insultingly obvious how different it is when you watch a team that's trying and when you watch a team that's not trying.
Yeah.
And if this common denominator, for whatever reason, happens to be, if it was just when those trade reports went public back in the middle of November, and then all of a sudden it may have permeated through the Bulls locker room to Zach's teammates that it is now apparent to everyone that he wants out, and he's still supposedly one of your leaders, one of the guys who's, the most on his plate every night to try to help your team to victory, and he doesn't want to be here, then why should anyone else want to be here? It is a fair question for any of his teammates who have asked themselves in the locker room or asked one another inside conversations in that locker room over the last few weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not all on Zach, but if that is where the Bulls have ended up, then you can't deny that that's where they've ended up.
And that's the other point of this, Matt, is yesterday, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say before, but yesterday when this happened, people were like, get rid of DeMar, get rid of Zach. Then you saw DeMar play tonight, and like you said, it looked like Spurs DeMar, and now everybody's like, get Zach. Go that way.
I believe it was our buddy Jamal from Bulls Central, shout out, who I saw on Twitter tonight, somewhere in one of the spurts of the Bulls playing well, where he was like, yeah, so remember when we all jumped down AK's throat when he said that thing about wanting to see this team and what it looked like after the Zach trade, but before making any other trade?
I remember.
I referenced it in pregame tonight. And I thought it was ridiculous. Now, look, the 2 games of this make me want to say, AK, it's retool, not rebuild time. Sign DeMar to an extension, and let's keep this going. After 2 games, no. But it is interesting.
We all silly like the mayor.